as we step on the mic, man, you notice the difference. Heavenly blessed with the melanin, baby, you know that we winning. No time for the long talk, got 120 on the clock. Wednesday, 8 through 10, all the bad vibes better stop. Cause you gotta come with that energy. Casual convos, baby, come down and just sit with me. Lil' Coco be spitting that remedy. Casual convos, baby, come down and just sit with me. You better take this shit serious. She dropping knowledge on head and it's free for the play. Tap in right now if you curious. We got the ham radio going lit every A. We go from people to family to pilots. Stay with me if you got something to say. You know it's important if we go acknowledge. Speak on the business and get out the way. What you gonna say about my mama?
Hello, welcome to the Casual Convo Show, where we have conversations about topics that affect the communities, personal and business relationships. We always have the casual convo, so you don't have to have the tough convo. I'm your host, Coco, and joining me is my co-host, Big Bosco.
Joining her is her co-host, Islam, aka Bosco from the Bronx. Try to help you out.
My bad.
Nah, you good, man.
How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Another Wednesday. Woo-hey.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. You want to get right into it?
Let's roll.
All right. So, mental health check-in. I'm great. So I thought I failed this. Well, I did this paper, right? And it was a hot mess. I couldn't get my thoughts together. So I got an A. So I'm good. So I'm not stressed. I'm good. You know what's funny?
Yo.
This how I know I'm good. Do you ever like when somebody like wants you to be mad about something? Or like they be upset and then they come in, you like, oh, okay. And so they're like, yeah, you don't get it. You just don't understand. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not gonna be mad. Then when you think about it, you like, at one point in my life, I would have been just as upset. That's too much energy. I don't have that time. I don't have that type of time. So
it's like they want you to be upset like they're upset. We're like, look, we're just not on that same plane, man. You know, I understand you're mad, but I'm just not feeling that way. Yeah. People don't get it, man.
Hey, Paul. And so I'm like, I don't know. And then we're going to talk about it later. Selective outrage. And I'm I can't be upset and outraged because somebody got to be level-headed. Like, leave me alone. But
I love that selective outrage.
Other than that,
I love that.
What about you?
Yeah, all it's cool, man. I mean, I always say I don't worry. I don't let things get under my skin. I just keep it moving. Bada bang, bada bing.
Okay.
Yes, y'all. Yeah, actually, we can talk about those screenshots I got. You know, as last week we elected, some may say selected, a new president, Donald J. Trump. I call him Agent 47. It's a game called Hitman. The guy's name is Agent 47. So call him Agent 47. We got a lot of outrage. A lot of people are mad, and within our people are upset because, you know, we all didn't vote for Kamala. You know, some did vote for Trump. More black men voted for Trump. You know, I think forgot the numbers. We're gonna pull those numbers up in a second. So what I did was I went and I did a poll in a group I'm in. And I asked them, you know, who did you vote for and why? You know, if you want to pull up one of the screenshot, Rich, I'll pull up one too, and we can match numbers.
What made you ask them?
Because it's just, you know, leading up to the election. There was just a lot of discrepancy about, you know, black men don't support black women and, you know, all this stuff and and, you know, yada, yada, yada. So I wanted to do a poll because, I mean, you know, a lot of black men did vote for Trump. But, you know, in some of the comments, you know, the comments you'll see pop up, the ones in blue are the males, the ones in pink are the females. I'll start with the first one. The question was asked, who did you vote for and why? I'm asking for a podcast, and let's keep it respectful. The first one was, I voted for Trump. I wasn't feeling Kamala Harris. I was waiting for her to tell me what she was going to do. I'm trying to make money. Trump is about the paper. Another one was, I won't read them all because it's a lot of stuff and we still got a show we got to do. Another one. Time. Okay, cool. I'm just making sure, you know. I'm just making sure. Okay, another comment was this one was further down. Like I said, I couldn't get it copy pasted in sequence. This is when it was like towards the bottom. In fact, 1 minute, I think I just did the screenshots like right after that one. Yeah, I did. A lot of good comments here. Some are a little over the top, but I respect their opinion. I went Harris, and not because she's a woman. Well, not because she was a woman. I don't like her, and I don't see how black women are mad because black men didn't vote for her. She never claimed she was a black woman. So what's the anger for? We were talking about that selective outrage. But I voted for her because I do not trust Donald Trump as far as I can see him. Project 2025 is a nightmare. Another one, I think this was a woman that did it. I might have put the wrong thing. This was a woman that wrote this. Yeah, this is a woman. My bad. My sister Evelyn McMasters beat me to it. I voted for Trump as well as I guess as a black woman. As a black woman, we demand too much but offer so little. I didn't say this, y'all. Don't get mad at me. We are willing to support anything because it's a black woman. Kamala doesn't claim to be black. It's small on my screen too, y'all. So forgive me.
Was that a woman?
Yeah, it's a woman. I mistakenly put blue. When not I'm reading it was a woman. Kamala doesn't claim to be black and has never in the past. She has a Jamaican father, but feels that side isn't important. For us to get respect, we have to carry ourselves in a manner where we will be respected. Kamala took the low road, and to see so many black women cheering that minstrel. Okay, let me start that over. Kamala took the low road, and to see so many black women cheering that minstrel show she put on was purely irresponsible and reckless. She was representing herself to the world and chose to present the worst part of our community. Okay, that's a repeat. Let's see. All right, this is another. I got these. This was a woman too coming up. My bad. I put a blue there. Dang. I must have been in a rush. As a black woman, Kamala Harris doesn't represent me. I was appalled at what she did for her nomination party. That really set me off. How can black women get respect when all we do is show our ass? All we do is I guess it's supposed to be show our ass. Is showing our asses for attention. My sisters kill me with we are the most disrespected people in the country. Ooh, I smell a shot. That was back during the Malcolm X days. We have done so much more since then to earn respect. We set ourselves back by substance because it's a black woman doing it. The disrespect we get is of our own doing. And if you don't believe it, go look at Megan Thee Stallion shaking her ass in front of the entire country and then following up with Glorilla. I'm so sick of us. This is a man right here. Jill Stein collected my vote this time around. This is the second time I voted for her. Was it a wasted vote? Only if you feel I should have voted for Trump or Kamala Harris. Shrugs. A wasted vote is a vote not casted when you have the right to vote. The last one on that page is I voted for Trump. A lot of my reasons was because of some of the brothers have already stated. Okay, have stated. I don't trust neither, but Kamala didn't seem to have her shit together. That little stunt Obama pulled was a little effed up, to be blunt. You put the next one up, Rich. Yeah, I miss.
That was
I messed up. Yeah, I put Yeah, I see it was 3 women and 2 men, 3 men, 3 women. Yeah, I messed up 2 of them, but Yeah, my screen is small too, so I gotta read like damn. You know?
No, that was
Yeah.
interesting.
There were, like I said, there were comments that I deleted because you had the black men and the black women throwing barbs at each other, and I was like, nah, we're not gonna have that. We're gonna have a decent conversation. So I deleted those comments. Okay, that next one, let me go ahead and refresh. Is that Mike in the building?
Yeah, I'm here. Mike and G.
Yeah. We reading comments right quick, Mike, but we definitely gonna get your stank on it. That's the governor right there. That's Mike Taylor. He gonna deliver his he gonna drop his State of the Union in a minute. All right, here's another question. Mike, the question I had up there in the group was who did you vote for and why? So far we had 3 women, 3 men who voted for Trump. I think 2 voted for Kamala. So it's right now it's even. This is a male right here. Donald Trump, F Kamala. I did 8 years because of that bullshit. Because of her bullshit. She's an effing devil in a blue dress. That's a good movie too. This one.
Hold on. Can I add context to this real quick? Because y'all just joined in. So from the previous show, Mike wasn't here, but Bosco has been catching a lot of flack.
I was I was here the last show, was I? Or did I miss?
No,
Mike, you missed it.
I missed that one.
I wanted you to come. No, I was like, man, where's Mike?
No, we talk after. So he's in a different group. So what happened was he did a poll of how people voted and why. So just to kind of give perspective as to why, and then we'll get into some other stuff. So tonight we're going to kind of follow up with that and kind of dissect this, and then also talk about selective outreach. Go ahead.
Okay. Back to the comments. The first one was, I'm assuming he's from California.
Yeah,
Donald Trump, F Kamala. I did 8 years because of her bullshit. She's an effing devil in a blue dress, and as I said, that's a good movie. Another male, I took third party, Jill Stein. I didn't like neither candidate for any reasons. Both are full of crap and can't be trusted. One doesn't claim she's black and won't even acknowledge it, but black people want us to support her. The others, they out of racist. I have the right to vote, so I voted Jill. I voted Stein. Another one, male. Well, as I see it, we got some shit happening now. Being from Cali, I witnessed Miss Kamala Harris, and I never heard her say she was black. She was all up in the white man's ass out there. He might say out here. Oh, out here. My bad. Okay. So no one saw that. But everyone wants to cheer for her. I voted Trump because you know what he is. Another one, I chose Harris because I'm not effing with that traitor. Other than that, there's nothing else. That's my laughing emoji, if y'all can see it there.
Okay.
Harris, F Trump, that's why. Last one, female, I voted Jill Stein. Third party because I think it was truly ass the way they did us this election. We couldn't hear from other candidates. Where they do that in the USA, they shoved Harris and Trump down our throats. It was straight bullshit. Next one, I think we got one more. Mr. Rich. So we got Trump. We got a couple of Trumps.
That was a lie.
Yeah, we got Jude is in the building. Welcome to the show, Miss Jude. We got one more.
It's just interesting to see just the different perspective of why, or just to get different people viewpoint from.
We still got one more.
Yeah. So that's kind of interesting.
What we're doing, Jude, we are reading. I was in this group and I did a little poll.
She called that.
He was okay. Here's another one. This is a guy. I picked the one who wasn't going to do a damn thing for Ukraine, and that's why I picked him.
First of all, I'm mad at that
I know, I pissed me off. I was like, man,
I'm so
I noticed that too. Kamala Harris because Trump will set us back 75 years. Donald Trump is a woman. Donald Trump, Kamala Harris doesn't impress me at all. She seems so phony. There was a lot. There was more screenshots more comments in there. But it was just so many, and I got tired. I was like, man, I can't get all these comments. But I think it's it's still one more screenshot. One more screenshot. But as you see,
we're not at the
it's one more. It's one more. Yeah, I got it right here. I'll read it because I may not have sent it to him. But it's one more screenshot. It's a blue, says Kamala Harris because I don't trust the Republican Party. That was a guy. Here's a woman, black woman here, as you can tell by my name and profile, LOL. I agree with Akinwande Moses, African guy. Kamala Harris and the Democrats seem to like the gay agenda just a little too much. Yes, we should respect someone's lifestyle, but that doesn't mean I have to accept it. Now, there's a woman, y'all. They were forcing this stuff on us, and like Akinwande said, it's a very many black women supporting it. I've been ostracized by my sisters because I'm not for you sound like me. Let me get it. Hold on. It's so small. That's why I've been ostracized by my sisters because I'm not for it, and I choose not to vote for Kamala. My friends on and off Facebook have dwindled down to single digits. So much hate I've received over a vote. There's another man, Trump for me, plain and simple. He's an effing ass, and he's good with that money. Another female. I passed up my foot.
Hold on. I kind of want to get some feedback. All right. Thoughts? Anybody?
I mean, I talked to him in the group.
Money.
Huh?
Who said he was good with money?
I think it was a male.
That was a guy that said Trump is good with money.
Okay.
He said he's an ass, but he's good with money.
Is that true, Mike? Is he a good businessman? He's good with money?
Yeah. He know how to get around the system. That's why he ain't file his taxes.
That's Mike Boss.
No, I can talk my shit though. The boss ain't in there. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? I served under 6 presidents.
All right, here's another one. Oh, get Mike.
No, so I was more upset about people losing friends and family over this.
Yeah, that's stupid.
And not really talking about the local.
You know
stuff.
something, Mike, about that? That one that said that, I checked her profile. She had like maybe 12 friends. I was like, oh shit.
It was doing it here.
Though. Just to go, let's just.
So you don't think I'm just saying it from the top of my head? There it is on the screen. I ain't making it up. I'm not making it up.
No. You know that.
You made it up, Bosco. You made that up.
I gotta cover my ass, man.
I'm saying but no, seriously, hold on. Let's talk about that real quick. Because the one thing we saw with this whole election, especially the closer it got, I feel like everybody's ignoring the major agenda. It was to tear us apart, which it did. Yeah. It really did. It tore us apart as a community, as a people, because and the thing about it is a lot of people was lying about that who they were voting for, because people can't respect other people have their own thought process, their own mind. My thing, as long as you're not disrespectful to me, I can't. We all have different perspectives of different things, right? So I think everybody up here, with the exception maybe one, did vote for Kamala. But the running assumption from what I was receiving was that everybody up here was a Trump supporter, which was false.
Yeah, that's the way it sounded.
Up here?
Other pieces.
So for real, they thought?
I'm not a Trump hater either, but I'm not a Trump supporter.
Yeah,
they were thinking that. Okay, Coco.
So my thing was saying that is this, and what I also noticed was when I want to tie in a selective outrage was because a lot of people listen to a piece of what we said, because we may have agreed with a part of something, but they did not hear the perspective or the defining matter behind it of why. So you assume, and based off an assumption, I was seeing all these rants. We were getting messages, we were getting DMs, we were getting everything like that. And I'm like,
for real?
But I'm literally trying to explain to people, did you watch the whole thing? I think maybe 1 or 2 people was like, oh, I didn't see that part. I bet you didn't, because you only saw enough because you wanted to argue or you wanted to find something wrong to disagree. So back to my original point of, everybody talk about agenda and conspiracy theories. It did exactly what they wanted to do, was divide us. Exactly. Yeah. And that's exactly what it did. But and I called. Remember, I told you about my aunt last week, right? The old one. So we talked about the election. So she was like, "No," and I was like, "Yeah," because I called. Was it Bosco? And I think I talked to Jude, and I was like, "They got the house." Nobody paid attention to the house. So
nobody paid attention.
The polls, I'm like, all right, he in, but the same people that voted for Kamala, y'all turned right back around and gave the Republicans the house. So I'm like, make it make sense. Everybody's so mad and want to be political geniuses, but nobody says anything about how many of us voted for Republican Senate and Congress.
That's why I wasn't mad.
Nobody talk about that, but everybody want to be mad about something else. So I'm like, yo, the big problem is that I'm more mad about that because I'm like, all right, she got the majority of us. Because when you really look at the numbers, most of us voted for her. We wanted to see her or see what she was going to do, or she had our support. But with turn back around, you didn't give her the backup she needed, which was, even if he would have got in there, we still needed the house.
Yeah, it don't matter who you vote for.
Well. All right, so we didn't really.
We didn't need the fucking house.
So the house was already no. The house was already being. All right, so the House of Representatives was already controlled by the Republicans.
Senate. Yeah, that's what I meant. The Senate.
Yeah. We needed the Senate, and we lost the Senate. I'll tell you how we lost. I can literally tell you how it all went. So,
Mike, was you fucking with them numbers?
The president selected.
That's what you
No, I'm smart enough to know that the popular vote don't count. The Americans ain't figured out. Count. It don't matter who you like. So this how the popular vote works. The popular vote gets the so-called people who are running for president electoral votes. That's all they do, right? But there's have been people who've won the popular vote who had all the numbers of electoral college, right? And they turned around and voted against them. So the president is never elected. This is one thing that I found out black people don't know. Like black people, they kind of slow. Like the president is never.
Hey Mike, elected. That's why at the top of the show. That's what I said. Some sort of person elected, selected, because people don't. People think it's elected. No, selected.
No, I don't think people don't think that. I think that the more people say that, the more they tell us that that's not true.
Yeah,
because a lot of people have been saying that. A lot of people have been saying that, like they gonna select who they want. No, they not. They not gonna select. That's the narrative they want to push. More people are more aware of that than they like to give credit. Because that's been an argument for a few years now about they going
right. Yeah, trying to get rid of the electoral college. Yeah, we argued it in 2000. We argued in 2018. We argued it in 2000. We argued in 2000 when Gore lost. We argued it in 2000 and we logged in 2020
with the stats.
When what you call them did. So this is what happened, and this is what black people don't understand because this is the funniest stuff. So black people, black people was lost because they were because they was puzzled about how the Latinos can vote for Trump, and then I knew most people who actually believe that Latinos don't see themselves as white has never lived in Florida, never lived in California.
Go down to Cuba. Go down to Miami, see them Cubans who they vote for. Yep.
Yeah. Them Cubans see themselves as white. I lived down there amongst them.
White.
In Little Havana, they see themselves as white. So when the status came out and they showed 95% of black men voted for Kamala, they went down and they seen that 54% of Latino women voted for Kamala, but 54% of Latino men voted for Trump.
Yeah.
Right. So you got to understand that this how it works. If you're in a blue state, traditionally, we usually stay blue, so you don't really have to vote. Now Georgia did a number. Yeah, y'all know Carolina did a number. PA did what they did. It's like they usually blue, they turn red. So, and she riled them up so much. Yeah, she riled them up so much that the Amish came out supporting flag. The Amish came out and voted. You ain't never seen the
Amish usually don't even care.
Yeah, they came out in buggies, but they had a picture in PA.
They don't even care. They came out.
So we'll talk about how it all works. So we've always been loyal to the party. When you look at like black people, right? Because you'll know if you know about Fannie Lou Hamer and who when they marched and got beat up in order to vote for LBJ, and they was getting beat up and stomped at the polls. They was loyal to Democrats, right? And we've been loyal to them ever since with ignoring history, because black people are naturally supposed to be Republicans.
Yeah,
because Lincoln was a Republican.
Hold on, can I say one thing?
Right, so we've always.
So if you look at the chart, I kind of want to turn in.
I'm looking at the chart. Yeah, I'm looking at it. That's what I was
Yeah,
speaking
no, I
about,
was
but
just
go
gonna
ahead.
say if you look at like this year, no, I hear, but I'm just saying this year, like the number of Republicans that actually voted Democrat as well. Nobody talked about that.
But see, because they don't care because the young people voted
we
Republican.
got that stat too.
So
Mike.
even though the chart, even though the chart is great, she lost from 21. The first time voters, she lost them completely. And this is the first person, mind you, this is the first Democrat that ever lost the young people. Like the young people turned on her. That's who really messed her up was the first time voters. And when they asked her, because they were trying to
Why do you think that?
Huh?
I mean, like,
because we hurting, because
Donald
we broke.
Trump gave them the
Young people
stimulus
broke.
check.
They ain't get no job. No, not that. He's the
No,
think
I'm
about
just
it.
saying
When
what
kids
they
go and try to
say.
get McDonald's jobs, but listen, but when McDonald's, when them kids come out of high school or they in high school, they trying to get a job and the grown ass Mexican in there with the whole staff is Mexican and they can't get a summer job, they can't make no money.
You know,
You see what I'm
not to
saying?
cut you off, Mike.
So
but
you look at it.
I blame the black community for that because half of us don't want to go.
How?
Honestly, customer service in the most black establishment. McDonald's was being ran.
That's not.
All right, so
we are the worst at customer service.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the opportunities that we had, that y'all, well, I never worked at McDonald's. Whoever my age and older, y'all had the opportunity to work at McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell if you wanted to. There isn't an opportunity now. Like Popeyes is all Spanish, Mexican, Spanish, like it's Latin. It's Latin. It's Latin consumed. So you ask a kid that's 16 and 17 and 17 and get their first work permit, have they worked? A lot of the young people, they never had a first job. This is the first generation of young people that never had a
it's
first
also
job.
the most generation of young entrepreneurs. A lot of these kids don't want to work for corporations. Like me talking to a lot of youth, they don't even want to work for a place like McDonald's and things like that. That's why when you went in there and they were working before all the Hispanic community started coming in and working in those kind of jobs, it really wasn't a pleasant, place. It used to be like growing up that you used to be able to work in McDonald's. Yeah, somebody used to crack on you here and there if you worked at a place like that. But the customer service, everything was different over time. You go into a place like that, you got a bunch of teenagers. They usually not working. The restaurant dirty. They not doing what they supposed to do unless you go out into county areas. I'm talking about like in predominantly African American areas though. It's not the same. You feel me?
Nope.
And but
you can. But so tell me the difference though.
Wait a minute, hear me out. But you can go into like one of their homeboys' uncle got a store, and they can go in the store. They got the opportunity to make shirts, and they take care of that because that's what they want to do. Them motherfuckers don't want to work in them kind of jobs. You feel me? They want to do more. That's what I see. You feel me?
True. Yeah, but we're talking about historical data, right? I mean, we're not talking like the new generation. Like when they started basing it off of, they based it off of charts and shit that you can see, right? So they say traditionally, as kids, we were the fast food kids, right? So a majority of us started off at fast food. They look at historically over the course of 4 to 5 years. They watch all the immigrants go and hog those jobs up, right? Not only that, based on statistics and what they do when they come to job and labor markets, these are like 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. You're going to get the best customer service because you're going to get grown people that actually want to work. You know what I'm saying? Traditionally is a bullshit manager and she gets tired of dealing with young people, right? based on what you see now, if you go to McDonald's, these are grown ass Latinos working. You're gonna get the best customer service. You know what I'm saying? Because they're grown. You know what I mean? And it's not taken away from right now how TikTok has made stars all over the world. How you can start your own business online. They really wasn't talking about that. They were just talking about like traditionally, usually a kid that's 16 years old have an experience going on a job interview and possibly getting a job, right? The problem was this year, none of them kids got a job. Even if they wanted to work, they couldn't work, especially out in California. That's what she really took the hit at on young people was in California. It wasn't even East Coast. Like she took the most hits in her state.
That's what my man was saying.
You know what I'm saying? They were showing. Now, mind you, it went blue traditionally because California traditionally is blue. But if you looked at those counties that had black people in it, they all went red.
Yeah.
But that's not bad. I mean, it's bad, but she only lost 5% of the young vote. Because if the data is saying, and we got to follow the trends. So compared to the 2020, she still had the 18 to 29 vote, 50, over the Republican vote. If we really want to go with the data.
But correct,
more people did vote Republican, but she still.
But more people voted more.
But also, she still had a larger percentage. So I mean, we can say that, but we can. Okay.
Yeah, but I feel like America needs to change their standards then.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but if we go by what we can see, she still had a larger number of younger people that voted for her than older. Am I looking at it wrong? Is I'm blind? I know I'm blind.
I mean, she got no. She got 60% this, but that's in 2020. She got 55. She got 55. She lost negative. She lost 5%.
Yeah, she lost more to 30 to 44 age range.
But she was gonna do that because she lost, but we knew she was gonna lose that because we all got jobs, bills, and we go grocery shopping. So inflation hit us the hardest. Like the ones from 30 to 40, we know cats out here is buying food stamps to go from your home.
But the 45 to 64, the ready to retire is who she really lost. Yeah. Who she didn't take to. If we go by the data shown. Truthfully. That's that retired, like, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Because they mad about the Social Security age hike.
What, 65?
Yeah, that's what they mad about. They didn't want her in.
That 45 to 64, because that's the time frame where you really pretty much preparing, because you're preparing for retirement. But compared to compared to 2020 to 24, but when we was talking about like the age ranges of what vote she did have more of the younger vote, and I get what you're saying, Mike, that more people voted, but now we have visual proof, right? So,
I mean, she lost 50. I mean, the Democrats lost 50% this year.
Yeah, but 5%. We were saying
5% is big when there's a whole bunch of people.
She lost more. She lost more of the. But we were saying
But she really lost a lot more. Let me see.
We were seeing more the young people. So if we go by this, according to age group, she lost more of the older people than the younger people.
No, she didn't. She lost more she got more fluff. All right. So you're looking at the Biden Harris. So she lost more of the young people because there's only 5. See, -5. She lost more of the young people. That's the only one. The first one. That's how small it is. Hold on. The first one she did. She lost more of the people from 18 to 29. That's -5. Everybody else is -3, -4, break even with 0, -1.
What's that? 30? What's the 45 to 64? What's that?
All right, 45 to 64, and hers is -4.
All right, I see that.
But she lost. Yeah, she lost the youth -5. Yeah, so she lost more of the youth. She ain't really. Yeah, like she lost a lot, and they asked them. They asked the kids. They asked the kids. And the kids told them they can't get no job.
And even at the Trump rally here, there was a lot of kids up here with Trump stuff. A lot of them. A lot of them. And see, here, I think her not showing up.
J-Man, we not on that. We serious tonight. Ain't nobody worrying about
her not showing up hurt. And like even in that group talking to the people, you know, people gave context. Like it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't personal except for a few, you know. But they were just said they just didn't. Everybody said the same. They just don't trust her. Everybody kept saying they just don't trust her.
She was Indian.
And,
yeah, she was an Asian. Actually, do you see what they trying to do with her with the Supreme Court? They trying to make the first Hispanic lady to retire so they can put her in.
It's crazy.
As the first Asian Supreme Court. She ain't even say black. Damn, you've been out. You've been out of the runnings for what? A couple days. You go back to Asia.
See, you know, a couple of women made a point.
She had a bad run. I don't think she was supported enough. I don't.
I'm gonna mention that now.
Yeah, I don't think she was. You know, I wouldn't necessarily say that. She was kind of tossed to the wolves.
Don't say it, Mike. Don't say it, Mike. You're gonna say what I was gonna say. Don't say it, Mike. Don't say it. Let me say.
Oh, yeah.
Let me say. You're gonna say. You're gonna say. Hold on.
I'm gonna say some of it. Finish the statements too.
Because he might be in my head. He be saying stuff I be want to say. Talking to some of the men and the women in there, they all felt. They said something Mike said a few weeks ago. Nobody cared in 2016 about her. Why should I care about her now?
Because we're not in the past today.
Well, see, people, the reason what they were saying, like, what did she do between running last time and this time? That's what they were saying. They never saw her do anything.
I don't have an argument there.
Yeah. that's what they were saying. Like, from the time she ran and nobody gave no support between that time and this time, what did she do? And everybody kept saying Obama kept pushing. Trump kept pushing. Everybody kept pushing for their re-election or whoever lost. They all came back, blah, 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 blah. But they said, well, when she came up, she didn't do anything. They did throw her to the wolves, which that's the problem I got with the Democratic Party. Y'all just threw her out there, and we didn't get a chance to say, like, well, I'm an independent, but still, I didn't get a chance to say, okay, who from the Democratic Party I may want to vote for? I already knew about Jill Stein. You know, she would have got my vote, but she didn't. But I wouldn't mind voting for it. But the Democratic Party didn't give nobody a choice. They said, this is who you're going to vote for. That's that. I might have wanted to vote for Cory Booker or Hakeem or somebody else in there, another one.
Could have voted for me at this point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She was thrown. That's what I mean.
We didn't get a chance.
Okay, so that's what I mean. I guess so. We can't say certain things because she was thrown in. So it was really unfair. It wasn't. She was set up for failure. Truthfully. So let's just say that. That's pretty much what I was saying. She was pretty much thrown in. So I kind of disagree with that statement. She didn't have the opportunity to show anything or what she had to offer. She pretty much got thrown in, and then they gave her the label of the black woman, and then all of this other stuff. They tied all of that to her, and that was the campaign goal, to get the black vote, and it wasn't enough. And then it was like, okay, shit face.
Coco, say it loud, because let me tell you something. They never intended on getting her in there anyway. If you wanted the man back in, that was the best candidate to put him up against to do it. People need to stop acting like it's not just that. Number one, you feel me? The real thing is, if you don't know anything about who his vice president choice is, you should get to know him and make sure you educate yourself on him, because
that's the problem.
You know, I'm not wishing anything on the president. Let me say that, but he is 78 and he is green. He has now graduated from orange to green. And, you know, though I did not vote for him as president, I do, you know, agree with some of the things that, you know, he do want for the country. I was told by somebody else who don't agree with him being the president, but understand certain things, you know, his views on America. that people are afraid of a few things with him being in office. Though these stats say things, but people are scared. They estimate that he may put the country in, devastating amount of debt. Though people, say he's a good business owner, a businessman, he also has crashed a lot of his businesses. But he got his relationships like every other president have their relationship with other people. So tomato, tomato. I personally, I don't like Donald Trump because he shows ignorance. You feel me? He as for the to be the president, like he shows ignorance, but he is who he is. Like he is a man that can be on TV to me, just not in the presidency. You feel me? I do like that he exposed the government to an extent, but I just feel like with him being in office as such the president for a lot of other movements, in my opinion, now with other people who hold certain type of crimes and felonies and things like that. It's not just him, because half of them people in one of them got some kind of bad history with debt, not paying taxes, whatever. Like the whole government just corrupt. Like in my opinion, so it's not just Trump. You feel me? It's not just him, because I gotta honestly say, like, I don't agree with him being the president, but I don't disagree with some of the things that come out of that man's mouth, for real. And I think that Mike, you wasn't here. I want to commend y'all side on that trash can thing, trash truck with the trash bag. I thought that was perfect strategy. Like I was saying, like I think that's how Awesome Brooks won here, because the badgering of that person. But they never intended on getting Camilla in. The best way, if they would have put the right person against him, gave it a fighting chance, if we'd have had the option to like pick out the candidates, like when they knew he was screwed up, you feel me? Like she could have been like at the time when she should have started planning, to go visit cities. And they should have never came for the black vote. They should have just went with the woman vote. They can't just throw anybody at us black and just expect us to go for it, because she's not black. And the fact that she didn't jump on that in the beginning, we could have found out she wasn't black later, but the way that she didn't even want to be associated with black. So it's been not about the black vote. It was against woman and man. Yeah. And it was about the lesser who you feel like, and hate to say
Thank
it.
You,
not the man bash.
Thank you, Jude.
No, not the man bash, but y'all know James Brown said it's the man.
Wait a minute, hold on. Before y'all,
I'm on your side.
Wait. Let me let Paul get in.
Paul, my bad.
No, everything's good. I'm trying to get a chance, but good evening, everybody. But hey, I'm gonna tell you, I see this like this here. First of all, going back to what was discussed earlier, where I couldn't get in, I kept thinking I was on, but I wasn't. The popular vote and everything. The popular vote and everything. Donald Trump won everything. The popular vote, the college, he won everything. He swept everything. Yeah. He trounced her ass, because for real, she wasn't prepared to be out there to be no damn president. She wasn't prepared to run for no president. Nope. She wasn't prepared for that. And the Democratic Party wasn't backing her.
Nope.
That's all I'm gonna say about her right now.
Should have been prepared.
That's all I'm gonna say about her right now. Because I want to talk about Trump. Because I'm gonna tell you what, I don't like Trump, but I'm gonna respect him. Y'all say I heard somebody say he was ignorant. Now that man's smart as hell. He's staying out of jail. He's got elected the president of this fucking country. This man is smart. He might be saying some shit people be thinking about, but this man is smart. Look how he moving. These motherfuckers got. Excuse my language. But these fuckers are jumping. These fuckers jumping to action right now. He ain't even in office. They jumping to action now, getting shit done. Mm-hmm. I'm saying, hey,
that's a lot of them.
You cannot obtain generational wealth on welfare.
Nope.
True.
You can't.
That's right.
And see, people want to be uncomfortable because, hey, he said, if you able to work, your ass gonna get out here and work. I'm gonna run all these motherfuckers out here that ain't supposed to be here. You gonna get your ass out here and work, and you gonna get your money. See, people don't want to do that because people done got so used to the government taking care of them.
Yep.
If you disabled, I'm disabled, really. But if you disabled, that's understandable. If you're able to work and you sitting on your ass want to collect checks and stuff, that is unacceptable. You can't gain nothing like that. The country is taking care of you, taking from the country, you taking from everybody. But you think you supporting somebody, but you taking. So I can understand some things. So some changes got to be done. I mean, hey, the Democrats ain't going to do it. They want to play softball and give everybody rights except for us. I don't know what kind of rights we might have now, but right now, I know he's getting done what he said he's going to get done. And it has nothing to do with us. Mike mentioned a few shows. Like Mike mentioned a few shows back. He's going to do what he said he's going to do. He's getting shit done. He's not in that company.
So let me tell you what happened. Yeah, so let me tell you what y'all missed. Because I know a lot of y'all didn't stay up late when they announced.
Shit, I was up all night.
Right? So look, all right. So now listen. Now when he got elected, the president of Israel said, "I'm so happy that my friend is."
So did Putin. Putin made a whole speech. I ain't never seen that.
Putin. Listen. So Putin said the same thing, right? So why did China say we're happy that President Trump is in office, but we're worried?
Did you hear what Putin said though?
I'm gonna tell you what.
When he said,
I'm gonna tell you.
About the new world order. So can y'all talk about that?
Yeah. So all right. So this is what he said, and that's what people don't understand what the Ukraine war about. So the Ukraine war ain't about nothing else but Russia told the UN they did not want Ukraine in NATO.
Right.
That's exactly what they told them. They said, we don't want Ukraine in NATO because we're not in NATO. Just like when Cuba was going to go and join Russia and we put sanctions on them so they wouldn't join, right? You have a red line to your country. You can walk from Ukraine to Russia.
Yeah.
You can swim from Cuba to the United States.
Right.
So they blocked Cuba from trying to go communist. We try to invade, assassinate this man like 12 times. Right? So like they said, Putin was willing to sit down and sign anything that they was going to talk about to not start the war, as long as Ukraine wasn't allowed to be included in NATO. So when everybody be talking about the Ukraine war, it ain't got nothing to do with us. It got to do with you. That's like me living next to Coco and we beefing, and then Bosco come up here with a whole army. Talking about Coco can join us.
For the shit. We always,
you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, so I'm like, yo, so Bosco come up here with his squad from North Carolina with big guns, and we still shooting nines. They bringing AKs and some more shit, right? So I supposed to be okay with you linking up with Bosco to go to war against me. Oh nah, bro, we trying to hit you now. So what's happening is that all the world leaders are nervous.
Oh, yeah.
Right? In the UN, they said, well, we don't know what Trump's going to do with climate change. I can tell you exactly what they're going to do with the climate change. We're going to get the fuck out of there.
Yep.
We getting out of there. We getting out of Tarpon. People said, listen, right? Now people act like that they don't know what he did last time. Like he only president that free niggas. For him to be racist, he freed 2 dusty ass niggas, Lil Wayne and motherfucking what's his name? What's the fucking name? Kodak Black or some shit. Hey, he freed them 2 dusty ass niggas.
I understand that shit.
Right.
What you talking about? Trump rolled with the rappers. He been with the rappers when he was a Democrat. Yeah, he been with the rappers. He been a rapper since the 80s. He was giving them money. If you listen to Busta Rhymes, like every time we did a Trump job joint, he paid us. He was with Snoop Dogg and all them
back in the USFL days.
Yeah, right. This what he said in a comment. He said, "You know how I can win to be president? All I gotta do is pretend that I'm a Republican."
Right.
He's always been Democrat.
Run it back.
Yeah. So when y'all talk about like, but everybody talk about, well, what is the president? He the only one that gave HBCUs money.
Yeah.
And he said online for the people, if you find out about the people who burned down the school, the building in Knoxville, he taking their asses right to civil rights court.
You know what?
So when people be like, oh, well, we don't know what he do, and he the same motherfucker that was sitting there that was like, yo, check this out. If I get reelected, I will work with any black person to come up with a plan. He came up with a platinum plan. For all these black people, they be like, oh, I hate Trump. Just Google the platinum plan. After he said the platinum plan, he said, this is just the outline. I will meet with Ice Cube. I will meet with Dr. Umar, anybody to give me more advice about what's ailing the black community. Nobody voted him in, right? Everybody ran to Biden. Okay, motherfuckers, this is last year. He can't. This is last term. If you got your panties in a bunch, he cannot be president after this term.
You know, something
he always said, he can never be
always
voted
said
in.
about Trump. And like I said, I just, I'm not a fan of him, but I always said about Trump.
Was for business owners. That's the that was for business owners.
Read
it.
No. Yeah, he made it because it was more entrepreneurship was made more under Trump than anybody else.
Was under
yes, that's
everybody.
You know about the small black business under Trump.
It was for small businesses. He didn't specify ethnicity or race. No, in the beginning. Okay, so the first one for opportunity, it says by achieving historic employment levels for Black Americans, as well as increasing access to capital for new business, President Trump has been committed to ensuring that all Black Americans can achieve the American dream. Security. By signing into law the celebrated First Step Act, he has brought common sense criminal justice reform to American. Somebody told me about that. A guy, he said he had prison reform for the first time in decades, while ensuring our streets and communities are safe for families and businesses and for business owners. Prosperity, the first president to provide long-term funding to historically Black colleges and universities as administration continues to seek immediate and generational advancement for Black Americans. Fairness, as demonstrated through his actions to initiate investment into opportunity zones, as well as address health disparities, wage gaps, and necessary education reforms. Trump works every day to advance a fair, just America for the Black community. So the platinum, so that was something that was designed, I guess, specifically for Black people. The whole thing.
It was specifically for us. He was the first president that said, and this is what he said. He said he didn't get it all right. He said, if y'all vote me in, I will sit down with any Black leaders you want me to vote, so we can discuss ways. Yeah, we can discuss ways of trying to improve the livelihood of Black America, because when they bring immigrants, when they bring refugees, they dump them first in our community. We get dumped on first. You know what I'm saying? You can go right down Fells Point, and you know they definitely dumped the Mexicans on us early, right? When you can walk down there late night, you can see them boys. They everywhere, right? Not only that, all of a sudden these bullshit tobacco shops just popped up in the neighborhood. This ain't a coincidence. All these bullshit smoke shops, the same motherfuckers that's working with the police. Everybody making a complaint. Well, the police is doing this surveillance. No, they not. The smoke shops got cameras all around through the alleys, all that. So if a crime happened, they're gonna give it to them.
So let me ask you this: what do you think happens to all of those? Because most of those businesses are not owned by Americans. It's usually, and it's not. I know Hispanics get a bad rap. I'm gonna say that, but they're not the primary people who come over and
First of all, the Arabics was found a couple years ago, and the Chinese for bringing the Koreans for selling drugs and stuff in the neighborhood. You had a store up on Pulaski and North Avenue. The guy was under investigation, right? So listen, they did it. They had a guy on North Avenue in Pulaski who was selling guns and drugs. He was supplying the boys, right? They shut down his store. He moved up Park Heights. They raided it, locked him up completely. I'm talking about he had kilos, bro. Like he was supplying them boys. You know what I'm saying? You get your guns and whatever they so-called say from yo. Okay, it's always been that way. If you ain't never been outside and you ain't never been in this element of Baltimore, you knew back in the day you went down to Crazy John's and a little Indian guy, you got your little gun for the $400. Like we know what's going on in our community. We just don't have the power to muscle them out, right? So the Italian way would be to burn them out. That don't mean nothing. You get the insurance money, and what they do, they go over east. You know what I'm saying? They start a joint. Look how many times, if you ever look at these bootleg 7-Elevens, how many times they change their names after they've been found violating health issues. They change their name. Like, motherfucker, they give it to their cousin, and then they change the name, and then 2 weeks later, it's opened back up. And for some odd reason, poor Black people, they forget It was roaches in this motherfucker a week ago. They all back there shopping.
That's also for tax purposes
the name just changed.
Because once they come and they switch their businesses, they don't pay taxes for up to 5 years.
Well, what would they? They get the 7-year exempt, right? So they automatically get the 7-year exempt, right? And so what they do is they sell it to they tell it to the cousin who just came over here, and then they do it, and then they give it to the kids and all that other stuff. The guy on ABC store Park Heights, he was a cool guy. He like, man, he said, man, thanks to y'all, man, I put all my kids through college. What you talking about? All his kids. You know what I'm saying? He told us that. Like, Mike, I remember y'all.
I look at statements like that as insulting.
Well, that's just like all them Indian people. Everybody's a damn Patel. Everybody's a damn Patel. And they got all the damn stores in our neighborhoods around here. Well, y'all must come from
right. Hookahs and
all that's my cousin. That's my cousin. Yeah, everybody's a damn Patel, and everybody's flying back and forth, taking their money back over there to their country, and investing their money in their country, being rich over there, while killing the neighborhoods over here. Crushing the neighborhood.
Thank you for me, man. Because that money.
They have no problem. They have no problem. They have no problem giving.
I can't hear it.
You can't. Okay. Well, excuse me, Dad.
All right, hold on. All right, one of y'all talk.
Go ahead, Chanel. You go ahead, darling.
Oh no, I was just saying. I think that's insulting. Like, how you gonna tell somebody, "Oh, thank you, you help." You come into this community, one, and then you say, "Thank you, y'all." That's really insulting, because it's kind of.
They got placed there though. They didn't come nowhere.
Saying, but I'm just saying, I'm not going to engage in a conversation with somebody like that, because in order to be that comfortable. And you gonna throw that up in my face?
He's old. He watched us grow. He watched us grow up. He watched us grow up. We so dumb. We so dumb. We give them pictures of us in our proms. I'm up there right now. Me and my brother, and right in his store. Me and my brother just posted up when we kids. So he know who we are because it's the neighborhood store.
Every neighborhood.
We're grown now, so he's. Yeah, we made it. Right. We made it the neighborhood store because there was no other people that could get the loans in our community.
I think my difference is, and I'm gonna just say this, and it's probably gonna tell my age, and it's probably because I came up at a time where those same stores were owned by us.
Same here.
So was I, but we talking about later on in the 90s. And we the same age. So
outrage come
see, I grew up in the 90s.
I'm just giving you my perspective and my opinion. I'm just saying.
In the 80s, yeah, we had the candy lady. She was black.
Can I finish though? So what I'm saying to you is, I'm not going to sit there, and even still, a lot of times I don't even like going into corner stores and stuff like that. I don't even like to this day for like those purposes only, because it is kind of like a smack in the face. You're not about to sit in my face. A statement like that will make me want to cuss you out. Because whether you place there or not, you're still not about to sit there and insult me like that. And those are the same people that we do give our money to, but we won't support each other.
Yeah, we divided.
See, growing up.
I won't say that. I won't say
we
that.
ain't
because I hate when people say that. I won't say that because we do though. How many times y'all had Hobo and Shooter on? Like, we support them. Like, don't sit here in front. All them bullshit ass. All them bullshit. All them bullshit ass clothing lines in Baltimore. I mean, Hobo and Shooter, but we supported them. They moved away. They didn't go out of business. They left. Hobo went to DC. Okay, so it ain't like we not supporting it. What happens is we don't have the capital to stay in our own communities. We don't have the capital. Think about it. In order for us to get a business, we gotta rent the business out. We gotta rent the building out from who? The Jews. That's who own the buildings in our neighborhood.
Yeah, but see,
okay.
I'm learning the younger generation caught on to that because they building teams. Right. One person going to school for this, the other one going to school for that. They collaborating, grabbing the space, and they all using this space, and they use each other, business to, grow. I feel like as time go on, everybody, because they even teaching like the older generations, how to do stuff like that. Yeah. But I'm also noticing that the younger parents are teaching, and some of the older parents, but mostly like them young, early 20, like 25-ish parents are teaching their kids how to become business owners at a young age. Like they're growing them into, like young entrepreneurs, so that they ain't gotta work for nobody. I guess the business aspect is there, but it's like, how do it benefit the country if everybody got small business?
Well, think about this.
Hold on, before you say that. But, okay, so when you said, I just had to thought about this. So when you said, okay, when they start making money, we support them and they lead a community, right, and go somewhere else, right? So that's to a more whatever. Correct. So my thing is this, going piggybacking off what you said. So she's right. What you see now, I see a lot of businesses start, and what they do is they keep that one because they're going to leave it where they is. That's their home base. And then they start the franchise and then open up another one and open up another, so that's how you do it. You just don't freaking but give those opportunities for someone else to come into our communities and take the money. That's what I mean by saying, if we want to talk about the value of the black dollar, you got to keep it in the community too. Still capitalize
10 times before it leaves.
To me, that still doesn't make sense. I'm glad you said that,
but that's not what I'm saying. But this is what I'm telling you. Back in the day, the only open air market we had was drugs, right? And everybody who tried to launder their money ended up getting locked up. They started businesses, they were paying people rent, all that. So we can even go further. We can take it back to the 30s and 40s and 50s when we are the creators of the lottery. We the first people that started numbers. We are. So guess what the funniest shit Merlin said? Merlin said that you can have a small gambling operation legally in Maryland, which means black people can start running numbers again. Do you know why? Because nobody's hitting the bigger lotteries. Not only that, they found out that people are smart enough to know that the lottery was fake because it was supposed to go to the public school system and the money never made it there. Right.
Oh,
so we talking about the 90s. Yeah, we talking about it's legal. If we talking about now, like we can talk the 90s, early 2000s. It was based off of drug money, and there was really nobody knew how the internet worked, right? And the ones who capitalized it is now like Jeff Bezos and them, right? They started off with bookstores and they ended up making Amazon, right? So now I look at it now, like, okay, well, if you want to start a store, now you start an online store, don't cost you nothing. You don't even need a building, right? What people notice in Baltimore after the guy Cinderella's, when Cinderella's closed down at Park Heights, that building ain't been sold yet, right? Because even though they say, oh, he loved the community, he was down with us. No, he's a white Jew, bro. Happy to be in your presence. Every Park Heights reunion, y'all invite this white Jew that you done made rich to the Park Heights reunion, right? Who has never gave you an opportunity to learn from him, build from him, or nothing. But this is the person you praise, right? Has to be the dumbest shit in the world. What I'm telling you now is that. What I'm telling you now is like, okay, the PPP loan came into effect, right? Trump knew black people was going to scam it. He knew it. He ain't prosecute nobody. Soon as y'all voted Biden in, he locked up everybody. So you telling me under Trump, he know these businesses didn't exist. They had to have 3 years. He told his boys, look, man, they niggas, man, give them their money, bro. Give them their money, right? He ain't come on here and say he was prosecuting nobody. Everybody on this panel know a nigga that got some PPP loan money. Okay,
that was so criminal.
So how come Trump? Yeah, so how come Trump ain't on the podium now? He ain't on the podium now talking about, oh yeah, y'all. I know y'all took the money. He ain't say none of that because as a businessman, you get that back through loans. You get that back when the economy grows. You get that back on business taxes, right? Nobody got locked up, but as soon as you Democrats voted in Joe Slow, he locked up everybody, right?
That's Trump
already knew, like, right? Trump knew already that he had to get, in order to start the economy, you got to get money, right? And all the other scared black people, such as myself, that was like, I ain't really fucking with that PPP loan shit. He gave me a stimulus check. Right, that I had to pay back. It was never free. You had to pay it back through taxes, right? So when you got the stimulus check, and I didn't get the first one because I'm on child support. So they took my stimulus check and gave it to my baby mother. They're like, oh yeah, you don't need that first one, and she need that more, right? But everybody who got the money
had to pay it back.
Was able to band-aid themselves, and you had to pay it back for 2 years. 2 years. But people had to say, "Did you get the stimulus check?" Yes, and then they took the money back. Right?
Nope.
Because it's the United States is a business. There's no such thing as a free lunch. If you didn't get it,
I didn't have to pay mine back.
If you did get it,
I didn't have to pay neither one of mine.
because you're a veteran. Yeah. You're a disabled vet. You served the country.
No, I served a whole lot of time. I ain't served no damn country. I served a whole lot of time, but no.
Yeah, well, listen.
I
know it's like, come on, like you.
Hey, speaking on that platinum plan would have went in effect. You know who else messed up? I'm gonna tell you who else messed it up. Ice Cube, because he was supposed to get.
No, he didn't. No, he was going.
No, nobody.
I know, but he didn't. But he didn't. That's what I'm saying. He didn't. Yeah, he was.
Because he didn't give. He didn't give.
No, he didn't talk to him. I think he was the only one. He didn't.
No, he didn't talk to him. He didn't talk to him.
No. Trump said he will set up. He said he will set up a meeting with Ice Cube.
Yeah, why did he get flack though? Because because he was trying to get a group of people to go talk to him. Was that it? Because
he got flack because he was dealing with Trump. That's why he got flack.
He got flack because he's dealing with Trump.
They thought he was selling. They was calling him a sellout.
Am I confused? Because I thought I remember watching an interview with him, and he was talking about it, and people was asking him like why? Because I remember he said he would vote for him, he would do all of these things. Because he said he's the only one that he said he's the only one that invited.
He's the only one that was going to sit
down. But nobody else will go with him. Yep. Okay, okay, I had to remember.
Right. And when people getting emotional is that you got to understand that you can't. Reparations ain't gonna happen, bro, overnight, bro. Like you got to sit down and you got to make these chip at this way, right? So people want to say, okay, fine, the election is over, cool, fine. So let's move forward, right? All the people who mad about Kamala, niggas, you might as well walk it off. You know what I'm saying? Walk down the street. She'll be in some type of capacity because that white Jew man gonna make sure she still in the politics so she can get her money. See, she was fooling black people because you ain't see it not one time come on stage with her husband to the end. Oh my God! I know she's married to a white man. Who?
Oh, that came out in the beginning.
No, they didn't put out there. The only time they put it out there.
The public put that out there. The moment
the public put it out there, right?
And she did not say
black.
Yes, I am black and all that. She said no, I'm mixed with. I'm talking about the beginning when she initially denied being black. The black wasn't fucking with her.
Being black.
It wasn't about. They was trying to see. That was the thing. They was trying to make it about black. Is she black? You feel me? Like vote for her because she black, but it was never about that. And that was from the Chucks and Pearl days. You feel me? Like, oh, he got a black Joe Biden. I'm about to call him Bin Laden.
A black
Joe
vice
Biden got
president.
fucking black vice president.
A black
and
vice president.
She's a woman. You feel me? It was just like fucking John McCain and Sarah Palin. You feel me? Like everybody tried to use the female, but yeah, all I'm saying is y'all know my take on it. The men that want the women in office in the first motherfucking place.
Yeah,
Trump was gonna get in.
No, that's not true though.
I think I do agree with your boy with couple things, but I don't feel like it do nothing. If you ain't doing shit with your life and you lower class, at least get your shit together while the motherfucker in office. That's the least you can do.
That's right.
While he in there.
Because you're gonna get some money.
Can I say something?
You're gonna get some money
when you finish.
Oh yeah, because even if the business owners and the rich people pretty much benefit from Trump being in office. So I get that.
Hey, you ain't see? Hey, look! My stock market went up. I made $27,000 in.
Listen, a lot of the stock markets went up.
It went up the next day.
Like
Dow Jones went up.
It went up the next day.
Dow Jones, SP, everything went up.
I got a slight disagreement.
Bitcoin.
I got a slight disagreement with people getting that shit together when he in office, only because, like for me, working for FQAC, usually FQACs are the first to get cuts to funds when Republicans are in office. So it's kind of hard to tell people when you receive federal funds, or you work for entities that receive federal funds, because it's kind of like you're in limbo, and you start to think about job security, and you start to think,
You ain't got to worry about that. If you watch that New York mayor, how he bitched up so fast when he was giving them immigrants all that money, and then he canceled it as soon as Trump got in. He shut that down.
But I'm just saying, but
y'all
they
good.
No, what I'm saying is those grants do get cut, because you got to think most FQHCs do serve undocumented. They do, like, a large population of the people that they serve, because that's what they're in place for, is for lower income, poverty, and undocumented communities. That's who we serve. So when those funds are cut, people jobs get cut, because people are hired in place to provide the service. So you can't say that, oh no, you fine, because that's true. When the money get cut, the company still has to, they got to adjust, and part of that adjustment is people start to get laid off.
Listen to me, because you ain't listened to his last speech.
I did.
Right?
I did.
He said, "I'm sending regulators. You gonna get a regulator come to your job, and they gonna work it out. If they ain't illegal." And he said, "I'm gonna stop y'all from getting married to stay in this country." And I was like, y'all got to go. You know what I'm saying? You got to go. No more sneaking in Florida trying to get married.
You have funds specifically for undocumented.
I understand all that's
They need to start increasing the funds for the American citizens.
People will lose their jobs, because it's all about FQHCs function on numbers. So when the numbers drop, because those funds are cut, that's money also cut from the organization. Those are all operational. Correct. So when operations start to shrink, it's you got to save money, and because now people do lose jobs, because people are, part of that money goes to people's salaries and things like that. So people will lose that. So we can't say that. So anybody who works under that, and just the same way, like the population of people that we serve, when certain things are cut, which we see now, everybody is affected. So again, and I think I said it last week, mainly the people, depending on where you are in your life or what type of work you do or whatever, you probably voted that way. I don't hate on nobody for their vote, as long as you ain't disrespectful and all of that shit, right? But people like me, and who have careers like and work for establishments such as FQHCs and like federally funded corporations, we are nervous.
Correct. I mean, don't get it messed. I told my cousin, I said, "You're gonna get cut. You in Florida." You know what I'm saying? I feel sorry for you. Go get your unemployment, G, but figure out what else you need to do. And he's been doing it. He's been undocumented. Well, Cubans aren't considered undocumented immigrants. You know what I mean? They got this thing called wet foot dry land. So if they come off the boat, and their little feet touch the ground, then they consider the citizen. Right? The only thing that's undocumented is the black people. They get sent back. Haitians, Jamaicans, the whole 9 yards, right? I told him, when this go down, brother, you might want to go look for a job. That's all I can tell you. I'm not trying to be heartless. I'm just saying, check this out, yo. This has to be done. This has to be done. Look at right now. If you go down there, you go underneath the bridge right now in Baltimore, right where they got the little family and friends center and all that, bro. Them people look more whiter. They looking more paler by the day, and I mean more paler by the day. Here. So you want me to feel sorry for a collective people that may need NA, that may need AAA, right? I mean AA. They have to go to these Alcohol Anonymous classes and all that, right? And have to provide a shelter. Well, this is what you need to know. I feel sorry for y'all because of what the mayor of New York did. And if y'all didn't keep an eye on what the mayor of New York did, he took the same corporates, Catholic charities and all of that stuff, and he made and went them to only give out. He said, "I'm only giving funding to immigrants," right? The shelters and all that was once used for black people and Mexican people and Latin people. He used them for immigrants because he was getting more money, more bang for their buck. He was getting $500 a month and $350 with food stamps. I don't know where you can get that at, but I should have went to New York. Yeah. As soon as Trump got in office, he shut that down. It was a headline. Trump get in office, mayor closed down property. So now the mayor's forced to use, now the mayor's example has to be investigated all over the United States. Like I said, there's always one right there is going to.
I thought he was in jail. Right? He ain't in jail.
Even no, he ain't in jail. No, bro. No, man. He on house arrest, probably chilling. Like he ain't go to jail because he ain't really do nothing illegal. He just went to the guidelines of undocumented immigrants was being flooded.
I thought he was taking money though himself too, and his people around him were taking money.
So they didn't prove that. That was like, that was a highlight of the election. Then it disappeared.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That was to show that a Democratic mayor was doing something illegally, and they was like,
trust none of them. Yeah, like that's why it's just like, I don't know. You can't trust none of them. All of them got some kind of corruption with them for real. You'll never. It's like who do you pick? Period. Like for all these goddamn roles, mayor, governor. Fucking even the fucking fire. You gotta look at the fire chief nowadays. Sometimes everybody. I'm just saying, every fucking body is corrupt.
Everybody, yeah. Or everybody got everybody get their money.
I mean,
yes.
Can I ask a question? Because I really want to talk about this because it's been bothering me. How do you feel about selective outrage?
How do I feel about selective outrage?
Mm-hmm.
How do I feel about it? Well, I mean, that's not something that I practice, so I really wouldn't know how to feel about it.
Have you ever experienced it?
Because I get outraged over many things. I don't just be selective about one particular thing. So, that's me. If it's something that doesn't sit right with me, I'm going after it. So, I mean, for somebody, if they just sit back and just, like people just sitting back right now talking about Trump, this and Trump that, like might say, nobody's seeing all this stuff that Trump has implemented before and what was getting done. Nobody sees that. Everybody keep talking about Trump was this and Trump was that. Trump was doing a whole lot of stuff. But Trump was getting stuff done for black people. Because there was a guy up here helping me with the water and stuff, bringing water up. And I was talking to him. And he said, man, I'm down in Louisiana. And he said, shit. He said, Trump got me $60,000. I said, how in the hell is that? He said, man, shit, we got money down there and shit when Trump was in office. I said, we didn't get shit up here in North Carolina, which we really didn't. But see now, I feel like there's a better chance of us getting money now with the shit that we done went through and Elvis and all them people up in there talking to Trump and shit all up in his ear. And we didn't get that crazy ass governor down here. We might have a chance to get some damn money up here now.
I'm glad we didn't get him.
Oh yeah, y'all governor was blocking funds. Yeah, y'all governor was blocking funds. That's why y'all ain't no money. He was so anti-Trump. He was making y'all starve.
We're gonna see what's gonna happen now. But hey, I got away from the subject there for a moment. But nah, Coco daughter, I got selective. I'm gonna say I got selective. Damn, what did you say? What was the word?
Selective.
I can't remember shit.
Outrage.
I need to stop smoking so much weed. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like I got selective outrage about everything I go after. If it's about domestic violence, I'm selective, but I focus on that. Mm-hmm. If it's about the schools or down here in Asheville, if it's about the communities, if it's about somebody not getting treated right here, whatever, it's about the speed sign right here in my corner right here where the market goes off. I mean, I get focused on stuff, and I select. I'm very selective, but I'm not selective.
Okay.
You asked me a hard ass question.
I was saying because I'm trying to get you because we got to hear from you while you up here. So
okay. So what? You could ask me to talk about the other thing though, because I want to talk about because y'all skipped the whole generation and y'all talked about what was on and all that stuff. Because see, I grew up in the 60s and 70s, and in the communities I grew up in, black stores and stuff was in our communities, and they were the black owned and stuff like that, black property.
Right.
But come the 70s, when they started redlining, all our black stores and stuff started getting gone. So then, with the disappearance of the black stores and all that, then you had your little 7-Elevens and all that kind of stuff popping up more so, and stuff like that, and the blacks getting pushed out. And then you bring Hot Beef and them up in here and put them in the little stores that's in the black communities. You don't have no black stores, but they taking over the stores that the black people built. Like here, we got Greens. And like I said, Hot Beef and them Patels, they got that store there. They got another store out on Patton Avenue, one out on Tunnel Road. I mean, they just took over. So I feel that I grew up in a time when the black communities did work together to keep our black businesses, even with the numbers running, because my granddad ran numbers. I used to ride the back of the truck and stuff and go around when he picked up the money and took them up there and they threw the number and all that stuff, all that good stuff. But I got the chance to see a whole lot of black businesses. And the kids of my generation working in the 60s and 70s, they didn't grow up wanting to work in McDonald's. They didn't grow up having to work in McDonald's because, see, we still had black community centers. So our teenagers were working at the centers, working around kids, and they got to develop a link for work around kids and seeing kids develop, not working in McDonald's. So that was another thing where we differ at a whole lot. And the kids that did work in McDonald's, as I got older, the kids that did work in McDonald's, they took their jobs in pride and did them with pride and made sure they was on point and all that stuff. Like when Bojangles first opened here and stuff like that, they took pride in their work. Myself, I was about 20-something years old. I worked at a place called Grove Park Inn in the 80s. A place called TK Trips. Now, a place like that, I never really had to do fast food. I done places like that, Maggiano's in my later days and stuff like that. My time of being locked up, I always took pride in what I did because they stayed on you, like you was in the military. Believe me, they stayed on top of you to get on your shit. You're going to clean. You're not going to be cooking in no nasty-ass kitchen. You're not going to be sleeping in no nasty-ass dorms, none of that stuff. You're going to clean and you're going to stay on top of your shit. I learned about cleaning and cooking and ironing and washing and all that stuff from my grandparents growing up in a 2-bedroom house with 4 of us in it. And they ran the liquor house. And they parted the liquor house room from us with a curtain with us on me and my sister on the bunk beds. Listen to everything at night. We listened to all the wild talking. I grew up fast. So I didn't get off the subject. I wanted to vent.
That was chill. Yeah. Listen, y'all keep talking about black stores. When I grew up, I guess the stores was out, but the black market was from the houses. Like you had the old lady selling everything that the corner store stole. That's where you went there and got that's where the corner store to me came from for real, but I don't know. You feel me? Like before I was going to the store, I was able to go to the lady house down the street. She had everything that you got in the store, and to me it was cheaper than the store. And you go and get a bag of candy, but then they start finding people for stuff like that, start putting rules in and all that stuff, because that's how it was. Like the community taking care of. She did candy, the lady across the street did frozen cups, so everybody ate. And then somebody else sold dinners and stuff like that. Yeah, the ice cream truck came around.
That's where the candy ladies and all that stuff came from once they shut down the black stores in the communities. Because see, back then they used to have the black stores in the communities with the big old jars with your big ass cookies in it for nickels and all that good stuff, and 5-cent drink machines and 25-cent drink machines, whatnot, stuff like that. And once they shut that down, then that's how the black candy ladies and all that stuff came along in the community. Black Candy Man, we had one of them in the community and stuff like that. And then you had your little stores, because we had the Candy Man Gene. He decided to start a candy store on the bus going through each neighborhood. So he did that. and that became
But
quite
see,
popular.
by the time it was coming up, the like it was like a black ice cream truck man, and then maybe like a white one, and then you don't see no more black and white ice cream truck people. You started seeing like
Green had it
more
all.
fawn, and then you see like the black ones here and there. It was like
Mhm.
corner stores, but like it wasn't really like black owned. They were more foreign owned than anything. You had Chinese store everywhere. It's like a
But
carry
And the
out.
fruit man with
they
the
took
Yeah.
over.
cantaloupe, watermelon,
But
But see
bananas
that
on the
that
horses.
the
urban
fruit
renewal.
wagon, I'm about to say that's one thing I can
Hmm.
say that we always had in this city. The fruit wagon, that's always been the same black people
Yep.
Always been
riding
black.
around selling fresh fruit. They don't sell as much. I
Hmm.
don't even really see that now. I see the horses here and there, but like that was like used to be tradition. It was still like,
Yeah.
I guess it depends on where in the United States. If we speak only in the United States, like where you live, like
Hmm.
how, like what your, I guess, black history is
What
in
the
your city.
environment is.
But
Yeah.
like here, it was like, like you didn't need to see the stores. Everybody, I guess, like everybody was always on entrepreneur time. I guess, like in a way, like the black community
Hmm.
always had that stuff in the black community, even with the Chinese store, and we always had liquor stores. I know the black people always own liquor stores.
Hmm.
Some of them in the community. It's like black owned because you had the little bar upstairs with the little private club. Like I guess
Play
it depends
lottery and
on
all
where
that.
you, yeah, like where you were,
Hmm.
like growing up.
I'm
But
glad you said
Well, I've
that.
been all around the world
The way you
as a
I,
kid.
no, I'm glad you said the way you were. I'm gonna go on perspective real quick. And I brought up the selective outrage because of that. Um, and then I'm gonna go to
oh, I forgot that was your question.
Glasses because he been too quiet. No, we good. You good. I'm glad you said that. And I think a lot of times people fail to realize when it comes to like social media and other platforms where you have people from different walks of life and different, you know, different places. The perspective and the opinion and certain views may be different, right?
Somebody snore.
So
You said what?
Somebody was-
so I think that goes into the selective outrage list. Sometimes like I think Paul had mentioned, some like there was some differences, like certain things that he didn't see that other states maybe have seen. So he's like, oh, that wasn't down here, so they would never know. So a lot of people don't understand why certain people have a different perspective because they may have had a different experience. And so that's why when I say the selective outrage, like how can you? And it's like, but well, how the fuck can you? So
But
when you're not as angry about something, it's because your perspective and your view is different because of your environment.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think people forget environments are different. We live in different places, so we have different experiences.
Yeah. I
well, I
agree.
know
I
one
think
thing. Kamala hurt. I didn't mean to cut you off, boss. Let me get this in. But one
now
thing
you
for
good. You
certain,
good.
Kamala hurt herself by not coming here to see
Yeah.
the devastation that he's going through herself. And
Yep.
Biden didn't help her case by flying over. He didn't
Yep.
even come in. He flew over. Trump landed his ass here twice. He came here
Right.
twice.
Yeah.
And these people, he said, I'm gonna get this done. We're gonna take care of y'all and all that. And then people fell on that shit. And then, North Carolina jumped right on him.
Yep.
They jumped right on him. They jumped on the Republican president, but they didn't go with the Republican governor.
Which I'm so glad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they went to the
Yeah.
Democrats.
See?
What I think. Oh, my bad. We have in our community, we have a lot of selective outrage. A lot of it. It's like I always go back to the police shootings. Now, they're dead ass for shooting unarmed black men, stuff like that. But these are the same niggas, and I'm saying it, who be like, free my nigga so and so who shot blah blah, who didn't do anything but come home from school or come home
Shit,
from
we
work.
going there.
We got our own, and I always say we have our own. And I'm not trying to sound Stephen A. Smith. We have our own problems in our community, but we seem to not want to address them. But as soon as someone violated, we got a problem. That's my problem. That's that selective outrage. And I'm like, we got to fix our shit. I mean, yeah, I like after Trump won, I said, okay, Trump won, regardless if you voted for him or you didn't. You still got to take care of yourself. And we worry so much about shit that don't affect us. But then it's like I always say, we know everything about the Illuminati, but we don't know how to balance a checkbook. You know, the same niggas be like, yeah, the Illuminati. Well, how much you got in the bank? You know how to balance a checkbook? How far back on you went? Do you even have an apartment? Half the niggas do all this talking, they don't even have their own apartment. But they just blah, 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 blah. Yeah, man, sit your ass down somewhere. That's what killed, that's that selective outrage. Get mad at this, but you're not getting mad at this. You letting this go by the wayside. Nah, man, but you know, we gotta pray. I don't want to hear that shit. We gotta pray for him. This nigga just shot somebody who ain't done shit. But you like free my nigga. It's like, and I don't mean to get on my soapbox. It's like the shit about the shit about Lil Durk and Diddy. These niggas we know did shit. No, man, free my nigga. No, let that nigga sit in jail. He put him away. And if you're a Lil Durk fan, you're hearing it from me. He's one less headache we have in the hood. We could turn our neighborhoods back to villages. We could turn our hoods back to villages because we don't have a village anymore. The village used to raise the children. Now you can't say shit to kids. Nah, keep them niggas locked up. Keep them locked up. They can stay where they are.
That's because of Joe Jackson. He was beating the hell out of his kids. That's
He's
why.
beating the shit out of them.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I'm so sorry.
Look, Joe didn't give a damn.
Hey, Joe Jackson. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Joe Jackson got them kids straight.
Yep.
Michael Jackson. That's how Michael Jackson was dancing so good.
Listen, Joe did not play with the kids.
That's why you know how to hear nothing about Reba. Reba hurry up and got the hell away from home. I didn't even know Reba was a Jackson.
That's why these kids need discipline.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they need them breaking the stuff. That's what I was getting ready to say. Bosco, like we gotta take certain things into consideration though too. Yeah. Every generation do things differently. So when shit start changing, I know Michael Ray go up on it. So when shit start changing, and parenting and everybody start getting involved in how people parent and starting to lock people up and doing all of this other bullshit or whatever. So
oh shit, he showed his face.
So we like
oh shit. What the hell?
This is not the promo show.
Radio outside.
It's like you gotta they all day, but this like I think this generation do things a lot different than what we did. So this is the same way like down to like music, all of that stuff. Our parents are the same shit about us when we was coming up and when we got there. We sound like our parents for the most part. So a lot of things is just I don't know. I just pick and choose my battles. I don't try to fight battles. Yeah, but at the end of the day, like, do I think some kids need their ass whipped? Yeah, but a lot of people don't understand. Everybody want to be. Let me explain it to you. Let me do this. Let me do that. But at the end of the day,
gentle parenting is what they call it.
Hey, yeah, all those you in timeout in all those special places.
Yeah, but think about it. When we disciplined our kids, they understood what discipline meant. Nowadays, the child is not disciplined until they go to jail or they're getting abused by the police because they don't understand boundaries and they don't understand respect and when somebody how to follow simple rules and directions. And that's how most kids get in trouble because they just reckless because they have no sense of like no morals, no values, no nothing that's instilled in them as like consequences. That's where I'm going at with that.
They took you right away.
Well, I can't. I mean, I can't.
If you fuck up,
I can't.
I mean, not you, but I'm just saying a lot of like the younger kids. Think about it. They fuck up shit. How many kids you see get? I mean, I know I my kids up, but I'm just saying. I see a lot of people, they don't
Listen,
even punish their kids.
I'm one of the first juveniles to get juvenile life in the Maryland juvenile system.
What the hell you do? You bad
I
as
was the
shit.
first. I was one of the first
Okay,
to go to Scared Straight.
I'm one of the so I'm one of the first kids to go to Scared
Yeah.
Straight in Maryland. Hey,
What
Jessup,
episode?
I'm
I'm
one of
gonna
the
watch
first. I'm
it.
one of the first that got so I am one of the first kids to get juvenile life at 13. Okay, I am also part of the generation that was the first to get waived to go over to the adult jail
They
at
beat you up.
16. So, no, I never win. I'm smart. I can read, nigga. I can read. They can't lock me up if I can't read. Right, and then you got put in the annex, so you wasn't even with the adults. So you were still with the juveniles. So what happened
You
is
was on
this. So it's
Scared
not
Straight and you
about.
couldn't read. Oh boy,
Yeah, I was on Scared Straight and
they
could read.
they
You
gonna
believe
punish.
that?
They
I've been
gonna
to
punish
Chuck.
you, boy.
You came a long
Right.
way.
I'm one of the first kids to go out to Charles Hickey. I'm one of the first kids to go out to Boys
Say you
Village
was
out
Scared Straight
fucking
and you couldn't
PG
read.
County. I've been
No, you know
I've been
you ain't
to
never seen the
Savage
show
Boot
Scared
Camp.
Straight when the kids they're
You
bad
know what
as
I'm saying?
hell.
I've been
They take
to
them to jail to meet
Not
with
Rich
real
now.
prisoners.
Not Rich
yeah, I've
And
been
now.
like if
to
you don't
I've
come
been
to the
That
jail,
was having a whole
yeah,
side
so
Rich
conversation
he
that
ain't
we
even
got to
muted. He ain't
order.
even muted.
so they put them in the jail
Mute
cell.
your mic.
Mute your mic, Rich.
Nick,
Kids
Rich
are
having a whole
This is
you
conversation.
talking about they
ghetto.
cussing out their mama, they fight
Ain't
their
he?
mama, they get suspended from
I'm
school
So
every day. They
where's
take
the
them over
alien?
there. So the kid, so
look,
the
he got the look,
Rich.
it was a show on
Rich.
TV.
Yo,
Rich.
Rich.
We gotta watch it. We gotta
Rich.
watch it.
Rich.
We
Cause
gotta
he
be a
He
part of
wanna
ain't
the
here.
he,
conversation now.
Can y'all hear
Rich.
me?
Yeah,
We
we
can
can
hear
hear
you
you.
in good
Now mute your mic.
conversation. You
I'm
had
sorry,
your
We had a
y'all.
whole
mic.
conversation.
People, you
I'm watching
lying.
Scared
So,
Straight.
yeah, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
I'm sorry,
You
y'all.
heard the whole
you had
conversation.
your whole
Scared
conversation.
Straight, man. Scared Straight.
Yeah. So what they so
I'm
so I
trying to promote the show.
so what I so what I so what so what I learned was as a juvenile being locked up like in and out of
Yeah.
juvie, going to group homes, going to foster homes. I'm one of the first kids to escape from the foster home I was on. Like we stole a car and dipped. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the first kids that escaped from Charles Hickey. Like and we made the news.
You did what?
So
You escaped. Where y'all go?
yeah, we escaped. Yeah. Well,
I'm
I
glad you
went to South
escaped from there
Carolina.
because they according to the news,
So
they able to do good things up in there.
Yeah.
no, I mean, it's I won't talk about it online. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't be, but when I found out when I first got locked up, I found out that most kids are left home alone. So it wasn't even about them being bad. It was about no parenting. You know what I'm saying? Mom worked 2 jobs. My mother worked 2 jobs, and then outside I went. You know what I mean? Like I went
Yeah.
outside. Like she gotta work 2 jobs. She be
That's how it used to
outside.
be, yo.
Yeah. So this is what I found out. This is what I found out how everything else worked with the selective outrage. So people say if it does not affect me, then it's out of sight, out of mind, right? Until the
Yep.
media blows it up. So most people didn't live long enough to know that back in the 70s on the news they had this thing called Sweeps Week. And at Friday they show you all of the news that came out all through the week, right? So the news people said, and then you can actually look this up. The news people said, well, we can do Sweeps Week all week. So we're gonna get rid of Sweeps Week. We're gonna get y'all news at 8:30, news at 9 o'clock, news at 10, news at 11, news at 2, news at 3, news at 4, news at 5, all the way to 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock at night. And we're gonna run the same story over and over again all week around these times. It's programming and propaganda, right? So they say, well, okay, well, who started the propaganda? Like where did America get the technique of propaganda from, right?
Okay, go.
From from the Nazis. I think it started with y'all. So from
I was like, this
okay,
is off the chain tonight.
so the United States got the propaganda tactic from the Nazis. They put that in their news and they ran it, so they did have to pay Anchors a whole bunch of money, aka Walter Cronkite and all that. That's when they started boycotting, right? So as long as you can program if you can denigrate a certain demographic and you can program it to make people desensitized, right? And
you said denigrate.
Huh?
Your vocabulary
Yeah.
is expensive.
No, denigrate. Denigrate. To denigrate a specific group of people, right? But if you run it constantly, right? Think about it. When we get killed by police or we get killed in the streets, they run it all week, right? All week. They run it all week. Like right now, you can turn on the news right now. Somebody got shot, such and such, such and such. It runs all week, right? To the point where most people don't even watch the local news anymore. They did a study. Most people don't watch regular TV because of the news. It had nothing to do with the shows. Nobody wants to see the news. Because what it does is if you're mad today, you know what I'm saying, that John killed your cousin, right? John goes to jail.
Did you say denigrate or
right?
demigrate? So what you say?
Denigrate.
Denigrate ain't no word. Okay.
Yeah, denigrate is a word. So when you say like free such and such, he's in jail, right? So what most people was getting mad was the police was on camera, they were seen doing whatever they was doing, and they just didn't go to jail for the crime, right? The only police that went for it was the Chicago police. Remember, his wife was begging, "Oh, he's getting beat up in jail." Well, he's supposed to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's supposed to get fucked up in jail. He killed the dude that was running away from him, right? We seen that. What happens with black people is that we get fed a whole bunch of marching shit. For some odd reason, black people like to be stuck in the 60s, get out and beat your feet shit. Like, I'm not marching nowhere. Like, nothing in me tell me I'm going to get me a hoodie and march outside with all this bullshit because they only show one side of the civil rights movement to you. They didn't talk about Robert Green. They didn't talk about the Deacons of Defense when they had guns and all that stuff, and they was patrolling their community to keep the police out. They don't show none of that. They keep talking about this non-violent, you getting your ass whipped in Selma shit. I'm sorry, I'm not the type to be getting my ass whipped for nobody. So the selective outrage, especially when it came after for this election, is because black women felt like their voice wasn't being heard. And I go and I ask, well, since all of you chicks are mad, how many new constitutions are added to the amendments?
None. They try to take them away. Women too.
Hold on. Oh, listen. How many of them stopped going to work? Because y'all got duped by the white feminists. The white feminists will tell you all day long, "Oh yeah, we here for this and that," and then go home and be chilling with our man, right? So when you ask a person, you go, "Okay, well, the white women vote. They were trying to get their vote. Didn't happen, right?" As of 2024, if women all over the world is upset, why they not outside marching now? Why the immigrants are marching in California and they say we won't go back?
And in New York.
They got a movement right now, that says we won't go. They're marching. Now, black women feel like they the most disrespected. Get your ass out there and march. Latino people think they been to get out, get all the women's sisterhood BS that we know do not exist, pull it all together, and convincing your ass to go out here and
that's where you're wrong. See, the issue is the man hating on us is married, like I said last week.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you, we ain't because when this is what happened when they went for the suffrage movement, right? And that woman told Frederick Douglass, you need to get black people behind the suffrage movement, right? Frederick Douglass told her, "What you got between you and your man ain't my business. I'm trying to free a whole people." This is what a black man told to a woman that wanted to vote and have rights and want to have a fucking job while we in the fields. And he told her, you can even look it up, "What you got between you and your man ain't my business. I'm trying to free a whole people." So they ain't even gained. They've been trying to get rights since the 1800s. They had to wait till black women were free in the 70s and then coerce y'all into saying, well, you know, the civil rights movement, you know, that's kind of played out. You know, this is new, right? Same as the black guy who started the gay movement in New York. And he was like, what did he say? He said being gay is the new black. Nigga, where?
No, it is not.
Because you can wake up tomorrow. You can wake up tomorrow. You can wake up tomorrow, but he did say that. He said it in New York.
I know he said that.
Yeah, he said it in New York. He said, I forgot his name, but look him up. So he said that being gay is the new black. No, my brother, all you got to do is stop switching. Put a suit on, get your hair cut. You know what I'm saying? I take the flamboyancy. If you the flamboyant type, take the flamboyancy out and just go get a job. Nobody know you gay until you let somebody know. Nobody know you gay. Yeah, nobody know you gay until you say you gay. I be around women all the time. Not one time do I be like, oh yeah, she's gay. I'll find out later on.
Everyone is
her looking at the same
straight until proven gay.
Correct.
Gayness.
Until proven gay. Right. Until you come out. I see that you, if me and
like
Jude outside,
you know she's a lesbian because that's how she introduces herself. That's how we met. She said hello.
Yeah, but she never did. Yeah. Listen. Hey, look. Listen. She getting me and Jude to be getting me something to drink. And if a nigga crack slick, I'm gonna beat him dead, right? I don't expect Jude to jump in. Now, Jude say she a lesbian. I expect you to throw some hands.
You probably
no. What I'm saying is you probably
depending on which type
gonna jump in anyway to get out of line. I probably crack the motherfucker. You know what I mean? Myself.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Tap into my inner dude, the inner man in me.
Right.
Chin check him.
But what I'm saying is, so these are the selectiveness because what they do is they put labels on shit, and then black people get so stoked on labels. Like right now, you really got people in their house arguing about a white man that's already got elected and an Indian woman who had no chance in hell, right? And y'all missed that the House was already controlled by the Republicans, and the Senate, all they needed was 2 seats. Now, I live in Maryland. Maryland did their part. Congratulations. We did our part. We done voted. Y'all wanted the black woman in the Senate. That's what the fuck y'all got. If she don't do nothing, don't come crying at me because I ain't vote for the broad.
Don't call her broad.
But this what y'all got.
Don't vote for her.
This what y'all got.
Can I ask a question? Because I just had this conversation. This is going to go all the way off topic though.
Oh my God! Did you?
I'm trying to stick to the topic. Because I had this conversation with another woman. Why is it? And it's mainly our men. When y'all refer to us, we are bitch, that bitch. Yo, you see that bitch? Hoe, broad, or something else other than anything other than woman.
All right, broad. All right, listen. Broad is universal. I got some white boys that call their girls broad, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? In the South, we call them old ladies.
Three black men.
Listen. In the South, you will be my old lady, shorty. Like if you was from North Carolina to Florida to Texas, hey, Lil, what's up with Chanel? What you mean? Oh, you talking about my old lady?
No, that ain't what you just said though.
It's just something that we
just said. It's just something because we were courteous.
But what I'm telling you,
and the general speaking language.
It was giving me New York.
Hold on. Can I say something a little bit? Can I say something right quick?
So you say something right quick.
About time you said something.
That's the selective outrage right there. I'm going to tell you why. You just said, why do men address women as broads, bitches, and hoes?
No, I said a specific group of men. I said our men.
Let me ask you a question. Okay. Let me ask you a question. Why do women look at us the same way? Niggas ain't shit.
Why
we hear that all the time. Let me finish. Y'all say that to us. Y'all call us broke because of what? We don't make 6 figures even though we're taking care of our families. Let me finish. And it's just like the word. It's just like the word nigga. We all see it as a term of endearment because if we all was offended by it, we will all stop using it.
Can I ask a question though? To your question,
it depends on how you use that word.
Hold on, exactly. You know what? And that too. I know women here. Older women will call themselves broads. A lot of older women, that's what they call them. The tough women, they'll tell you, I'm a broad.
I asked one question.
A broad?
Yes.
Hold on.
If you go to New York, if you go to Canada,
that's not what I asked a specific question. And y'all answered my question with a question and a statement about women. Only thing I said was when Mike said what he said, it made me think about a conversation I had with a female. And I said, generally speaking, I just asked, why when our men
I answered it. I try to redeem it. I answered
I can answer on both sides as a man and a woman.
I answered it. I said a term of endearment. I said it. I answered it.
So when y'all refer to us, we can't be called female or woman. It has so if you be like, oh man,
y'all call yourselves bitches. I don't understand.
Not all of us.
You know, I used to in my young ignorant day. You know, everybody want to be a bad
exactly
bitch.
right.
I don't get
exactly.
Every man want to be that nigga. You feel me? But
exactly
right. I want to be that nigga, Jordan. Yeah.
You feel me? I don't necessarily take it personal. I use the N word a lot. I just use like a couple times, just that for real. You know, like this nigga here. You feel me? Like I don't know. Like I use it. However, you're not gonna call me a nigga. You feel me? Like. And I know you're using it to call me that in a racist way. It's just levels to it. You feel me? So I understand that people be like, "Well, we use it all the time." Yeah, we do use it all the time, but that don't mean you can use it against me. I ain't using it against you. I ain't out here calling you what they used to call you back in the day, just because I'm mad. You feel me? Like, so don't disrespect me like that. And I don't think that if you hit somebody in the mouth for it, and it's recorded, I don't even think you should be able to be prosecuted. You feel me? Whether it was either way, I feel like even if you was black and you was out there, you wanted to, you know, be out there calling people, you know, Indian, whatever, you know, you feel me? You know how people be getting a little rude.
Yeah.
You know, somebody hit you in the mouth, that's on you. But in Trump's world, you better have your legal documentation. Because if you hit an American, your ass will get deported.
You better be ready to fight. You better be able to fight.
I was just saying. And furthermore, since we talk about selective outrage, you got outraged when I asked you that. So you were very selective in your response.
I explained it. I explained it. When I did all that talking, what did I say in between that? I said, but to answer your question, I said what? It's a term of endearment. That's what it is.
I feel like man and woman, you always
can we say who you talking to though too? Because of a dude, all I'm saying is, first of all, no, I don't like when men call me bitches.
A dude.
I only got one female friend that still talk and use the word bitch when she refers to me. And she's been doing that since day one, and that's just her. But outside of that, no other female does that. I don't think that's endearing. I agree with you on that. So what I'm saying is, so my question, let me repeat it. So because my original question was just like, when it's referencing like us, African American women, it's usually broad, hoe, bitch, shorty, whatever. It's never like female.
But you gotta understand those are considered. But you're talking about a cat call, right?
No, I'm just saying.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you what you're saying. These are cat calls. These are shorty. Those are cat calls.
Talking and you said the broad. You didn't say the woman.
Yeah, but I'm saying
female.
majority of. I'm saying no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying majority. I'm telling you the majority of the time those are cat calls that have been turned to normal words, right? So those are cat calls that are turned to normal words. Like right now, like you won't like it if my cousin come up here from Miami and he like you, he gonna call you his old lady. You gonna get mad. I ain't know who. He gonna say, yo, but that's what we call our women when they got their man.
But what I'm saying is
you can't, because it's the same thing.
But when you talk about another culture of women, you be like that lady or that woman. That's the only thing I'm asking.
No, we don't. I don't, because a white girl is a bitch. I grew up. I hustled in South Baltimore. I sold coke to white people.
If you dating a woman, then you calling her certain things, but just like in general, you talk about like just in general when you're referring to a woman in general, like.
But let me ask you this.
Why is it?
Let me ask this question. Let me ask this question. Okay. You say, why do black men call black women this, that? Okay. I answered your question.
You did.
Why do black women always refer to us as broke niggas? When we got money, when we taking care of business. Same question.
I'm gonna tell you the honest, go the truth. I can't answer that because the black women that I surround myself with, I'm dead serious. We don't say that.
Exactly.
So the guys I hang around with, But I'm asking a man that just used the same term,
I
and
don't know
I
nothing about no
you know what?
angles.
so I
Just
can't
like
give
with
you that.
you, the black men I hang around with, they don't do the same thing.
But
They
you
don't do
gave
that
me an
either.
answer.
I gave you an answer because, like I always tell you, I gave you an answer because of what? Like I always say, I talk to a lot of different people.
Okay.
I network with a lot of people outside of what my comfort zone. That's why I can give you an answer.
Okay, so that's right.
But I'm telling you from the same
really
generation
can't
that
give you
me and Coco from.
and I understand that, and I
But
can respect
I'm
it.
telling.
But I can't give you
Yeah, so
something
I'm telling you.
if that's not it. I don't know why, and I don't know what other women are going to say that for. So I can't say that because that's not something that's in my immediate circle or my surroundings that I socialize.
But now mind you, all the stuff that you asked for has been taught to us through music, through movies, right? So like Shorty was something that was new. New York
So why
was
y'all
Shorty.
get
We
selectively
gravitated
outraged
to
because I
Shorty.
just asked a simple question? I mean, I felt very much
I wasn't mad. I wasn't outraged. You just selectively babbling.
No, we're not going. No, we're not going to
One
play
thing
this.
I ain't
We're
gonna
not
do is
going to do
nigga
this up
explain.
here
I ain't nigga
on this
explaining at
show
all.
because the first thing Bosco said, you was calling Mike. Bosco said, "Hold up, bring."
Yeah, but you know that's how I talk. Ain't that how I talk? No matter what I say, what do I do? That's how I talk. No matter what.
It's New Yorkish. I just
So
thought the term
listen.
broad just sounded real New Yorkish, and that had to originate.
It came from New York.
Broad,
I gave four different.
Yeah,
I
from
said
Baltimore,
four
it's been
different
Shorty.
things. So y'all just heard one thing. I just said.
But no, I did not. What I said,
Y'all just did the
that's why I
same thing
came
I
back
did
and
when
I
I
said
started
majority
answering
of
the
the
question.
stuff.
You ain't let me finish.
Look, but listen, no, the
No,
majority I
that's
said
exactly what
was
just
is that we
happened.
got majority of
You
this
can't
stuff.
answer if you don't
I
hear
know,
the
but
whole
listen,
statement. So y'all just
let me finish. And I
I
did
did
though,
too.
because what I'm telling you is that it came from movies. It came from movies and music.
What did I, okay, Mike?
Right? It came from music and movies. Like no, I'm talking about bitch and all that.
Yeah,
All that came
the
from Lil Campbell.
ball came from the
All
name
that.
Y'all didn't
Gangsta
even let me
movie.
finish it before y'all got outraged. So y'all proved my
We didn't get
point.
outraged. We didn't get
Y'all
outraged.
did 'cause I didn't get to finish. Paul was the only
The
one
man.
quiet because I ain't never get to get it all out. Because I said, well, because, and I was getting ready to say, my whole statement was when it, because that's why you didn't hear when I say when it's referenced and just speaking statements or whatever. And why I asked you, because
to us, right?
when I asked and I said because I had a conversation with another female and we were just talking about like that because we noticed it happens a lot when we hear our men talk about us, but when they're talking about other women outside of Black women, they reference them as because man, this lady or that woman or it's a little bit more respectful than man, that bitch gonna say.
It's not. Stop using respect. It's a
This is my
cultural
perspective. I'm
thing.
giving it to you
It's
how I'm giving it to you.
cultural.
So we talked about perspective. You can't tell me how to say it and how to deliver it.
But it's cultural.
That's not
Okay, give you my culture and
Hold
how I
up,
want
hold
to
up,
say it.
They call them.
hold up,
They call them
hold
white
up,
girls.
hold up. Time
Look
out.
at
Man, them
Bosco.
snow
Time
bunnies
out.
gonna do what
Stressing
they
Time
want.
out. Time out. Time out. Time out.
I'm
That is
listening.
not cultural.
It's
That is not cultural. Because
It is
hold up.
cultural. From the
You got
80s of
you
Lil
got
Campbell
you got
all
to
the way to the
realize
hip hop
you
right
got to
now.
realize. Hold on, I'm about 30 years older than y'all, so that's not cultural to me because I do not talk to women like that, especially not Black women. No, I had a mom and I had a sister. I still got a baby sister, but my mom and my sister were killed through domestic violence. I do not talk to women like that. I do not call them brawls. I don't call them bitches. I don't call them hoes. I get upset with them sometimes. I call them crazy ass woman and stuff like that. But I do not go as far as to say, hey, no hoe, shorty, all that stuff. No, I don't know all that stuff. That stuff is foreign to me. Even the music that you talking about, like Luke and all that, I could never get into that. The music that's disrespectful and all that stuff, I could never get into that. Like I said, I spent a whole lot of time out there because I was into the streets and shit, living the life of the mother streets at the time, doing stuff like that. So I stayed locked up back and forth. But I never could be disrespectful towards women. I always kept my mom and my sister in mind. My mom, when I was 10, right before my 11th birthday, she got killed by her husband. That she married, took us to Germany, way over to Germany, away from my family, killed her over there and killed herself. We got to be brought back from over there, me and my little sister. Then my older sister, 11 years later, she get killed by her boyfriend in front of my grandma at a New Year's Eve party. So I'm saying I could never look at a black woman in no disrespectful way to call her no hoe, no bitch, none of that stuff. So that's what I'm saying. That's not cultural. Not to me. That's not cultural. That's just something that you said come through the music. Something that y'all picked up through the music with them having the freedom of speech. Because that shit, to tell the truth,
Yep.
if that shit would have got shut down with Tupac, with Dolores Tucker and them, if that shit would have got shut down then, we wouldn't have all this disrespectful ass music we got now.
I mean, don't get it messed up. I mean, I agree with you. I mean, you had Akinelli put it in your mouth. You had Luke Campbell on some PC. You had this was what Luke Campbell and them won in the court when they was able to put the little sticker on their CD. They won based off freedom of speech. Snoop Dogg, Too Short, bitch. That's his favorite thing. Like this was culturally gave to us through our music, right? So that's the kids who grew up in the 80s to the men that are now grown. We've heard these. These are some of our favorite shit. Like we don't love them hoes. We out the door. And I'll be. Don't get it.
My music was the stylistics, the dramatics.
Yeah, using love. Yeah. Temptation.
Yeah, my music was music.
Yeah.
I said, and then even the rap music was just fun. Like the Sugar Hill Gang.
Sugar Hill Gang and all that.
Captain Sky and people like that. When it first came out, the Fatback Band with King Tim III and stuff like that. I like Tupac because Tupac just had something about him. You know, he's just something about him. But all this other stuff, I could never really get into it. It just wasn't right. I mean, like I said, anything Tupac even got where he got disrespectful. When he came, he should have stuck to the type of stuff with the Tupacalypse Now stuff like that. And maybe Me Against the World. Right. But then when you got the Death Row and then you got all disrespectful and all that stuff, then you start falling off. I start falling back away from it. So I'm saying it's all still got to be about respect. Whenever you talk to the black woman, you always got to look at her with respect. I don't care what you might think about her, what she might be done. If it wasn't for the black woman, you talking about they marching and all this, if it wasn't for the black woman, a whole lot of black men wouldn't even be standing the fuck up because they're such damn cowards nowadays. Okay. I hate to say that because that's what I experienced around here. When I go up here and hold on. When I go up into the city council and talk to these people, this is what I experience up here. I don't see black people up here. I don't see black men standing up talking. Because
of course, but think about this. You gotta understand. When the black man was talking, he was getting killed. So you got Medgar Evers that got killed. You know what I'm saying? You got Malcolm X got killed. We can't
still. If we gonna still live in the fear, if we gonna still live in the fear of being killed, then what are we living for?
Listen, Frank Hammond said this. Frank Hammond said, "Listen, they killed Frank Hammond. This is how they made black men weak. This for the 70s and 80s people. They killed Fred Hammond, right, and put him on the front page news." All over the world, right? They killed Fred Hampton and put his body, he was 17 when they killed him, 18, 19. They killed him and put him on the front page news of his body shot up, right? Mm-hmm. Listen, but you gotta understand. But what they didn't do, Paul, is they didn't cripple the men that came out in the 70s. The men that came out in the 80s, because the 80s is where shit dropped off at, crack hit. So,
but that's what they was trying to keep out of here. That's what Huey and them was wanting to keep out of here.
Correct.
Was in drugs.
Correct. But they killed a 21-year-old and put him on the front page news, and all of black men said we don't want to go out like that collectively.
Okay, that's right. We gotta go. I got y'all riled up. So I was being a woman. Thank you for letting me get y'all riled up.
It was cool.
Yeah. Oh no, that's cool. That's deep conversation. I'm good. That's deep conversation.
You was on smashing while I did my thing. You know.
I was like, let them go in.
It got a little too tense.
Hey, you know what my saying is? You know what my saying is, right?
What?
What's the good thing about banging your head against the wall? It feels good when you stop.
There you go. That's what we women do. So I had to do what I do.
I know.
I'm like,
yeah, but we didn't have this conversation about the issue of disrespecting them in a minute. But it's just
cold. That next week, though.
And so, and it's getting bad now because none of their thoughts.
You gonna come back next week and talk about it?
Yes.
Bosco,
come back.
Of black women.
We can talk about it. We can go back next week. We can talk about it because now the black women is the one disrespecting themselves now.
We gonna be mad. The women gonna be mad.
Hey, but Mike, we can't say that. We can't say that, Mike.
You can't say that.
You can say that. You can.
You
I mean, we can, but
listen,
if
what I
we
say,
what do we call it? Hey, Mike.
I understood what y'all were saying. I'm just gonna say that.
What's the word that we get called when we say that?
What?
What's the word? What's the word? So the M. What's the word?
Oh, y'all male children.
I'm a misogynist.
When we speak up,
I'm very such a misogynist.
We're called misogynists.
What I seen outside last week, it was cold, and these chicks shorts and oh my God, it was like
we speak up. We're called misogynists.
So do y'all think Millie Jackson? Do y'all think Millie Jackson falls into that category? As a category with Glorilla and all of them, do y'all think Millie Jackson falls into that category?
Who is Millie Jackson?
Oh, y'all don't know who Millie Jackson is.
I know who Millie Jackson is. Well, you know what? The way I look at it, Millie Jackson.
Is she that lady?
I love Millie Jackson. I love Millie Jackson.
Hold on, we gotta go.
That's not the name of the song.
We gotta go. All right, for real, we gotta go. But I just want to close out and say, I understood what y'all meant, but that was a conversation that we had. I was just curious. I wanted to ask, but I was just and it worked anyway. But I received y'all answers, so I just wanted to say that. But so we can talk about that. Jude, you coming back next week? You coming back? Next week?
He better.
Yeah, you coming back next week, Paul?
Yeah, Mike, this gonna be a good
and hopefully
time.
we can get Rich and whoever he was talking to.
Right, exactly.
It's gonna be a good time. But we're gonna talk about the woman's bathroom.
Ooh.
Who? You said the one what?
That's gonna take us out because she
bathroom, the restroom.
Well, anyway, y'all be quiet. So I can close the show. Anyway, once again, thank you for tuning in to the Captain Convo. So watch it every Wednesday from 8 to 10 p.m. on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Spotify. Thank you for the governor showing up as he does, Mr. Mike. Thank you for the king, Mr. Paul. Thank you for the dopest, even I'm an artist, but I'm going to say this, the dopest, most talented artist I know, the Jew. Me, I'm Bosco from the Bronx, and that's my host. Coco, she's in the building. Rich behind the boards. We'll be back next week to finish this conversation. Thank you to everybody who tuned in. I can't see the comments because I'm on my phone. But if you tuned in to the comments, thank you for showing up because we love your support. We are out till next Wednesday. Check us out. We out, y'all. Peace and so.